This is what it's like to stay at the Hilton Paddington Station Hotel in London. In this video, I'm gonna show you around the hotel, show you around the inside of the rooms, the family superior room, share with you my pros and cons, and let you know whether you should consider staying here or not. Princess, you ready for the review? All right, let's go. The Hilton Paddington Hotel is a 7-story building conveniently located right inside Paddington Station. I mean, technically the building is right out in front of the train tracks, but you can come in not through the front street entrance, but through a back entrance through the train station. So if you're coming and going via train, you don't even have to go outside and get wet on a rainy day. Super convenient for coming in from London Heathrow Airport, because this is where the Heathrow Express trains come in. Now, when you do come in from the street, you'll come in through these little rotating doors. There's a small check-in desk on one side, concierge on the other, restaurant in the lobby, Starbucks just outside. There's kind of a bar lounge on the other side of it. And then up on the first floor, which is one level above the ground floor or the lobby, is the fitness center. It's open 24 hours. It is a very odd bi-level fitness center, pretty small. First floor, you get some treadmills, and on the lower floor, you find some of the weight machines. It's kind of a weird intermediate floor. No windows in this gym. No windows, but they do have really big changing rooms, which is odd for such a small gym. Like changing area, showers, maybe useful for like if you can't check in your room or you're checking out late. Not too sure what they use this for. And you'll also find the executive lounge down here for Hilton Diamond members, where this is where you'll get breakfast in the morning, plus afternoon tea, and then evening hors d'oeuvres. Small room, but the best part of this room is definitely the view out on the Paddington train station. Now, this hotel has a ton of history all around, and it wasn't always a Hilton. It was a Great Western Resort or Railway Hotel, and it was rebranded, remodeled a Hilton in its modern history. All right, now up here on the guest room floors, we clearly haven't been in every room here at the hotel, but when we were looking at them, many of them appeared to be very small, and because there were 3 of us here on this trip, we needed a room that accepted more than 2 people, which led us to booking the family superior room, room 511. Let's check it out. This is room 511, a family superior room on the 5th floor. Let me show you around. As you come inside the room, we can see the princess is already doing her antics on the beds. Princess, how are the beds? Do you like them? Are they soft? Are they comfy? Yeah, they sure are. They're 2 double-sized beds. They're not really queen-size beds. They're on the small size for beds, but London rooms are pretty small. I want to show you the view outside of our window here. It is right above Paddington Station, and what do we see? Boy, not much between 2 buildings, but there's a couple of chairs that are right by the window. There's a little table that you can sit here and eat your brekkie at. Princess, do you want to come sit in this chair? Tell us how comfy that chair is. What do you think? Nice chair? Nice chair. Back on the other side by the beds, there were a couple of Harrogate bottles of water right here with the nightstand. Over here, we've got the television up on a little dresser, 3 drawers that are empty for you to put your stuff in. Desk over here in the room. What do we got going on the desk? We've got the typical UK-style power ports. We've got what looks like a chocolate with the UK flag on it right there. We've got a telephone. We've got a lamp. All right, so the princess now is going to show us a couple of these. This is the closet in the room. It had a couple of robes and some slippers right there. The safe is in the closet. Right next to it is a spot that looks like it would have had the fridge, but no fridge. Perfect for a 4-year-old. We've got some teas and some coffees, Taylor's right there. And they have no ice machines in the hotel, but they will bring you ice. This is now the bathroom. It has a big soaking tub. Well, at least I should say a deep tub. And then over here for the shower, it has a nice handheld shower, so you can take that off to get nice and clean. Crabtree common soaps. We've got the sink right over here. Big sink on it. Big mirror. The princess is doing her dance in the bathtub. And then finally, the toilet right back here with the big flusher on the wall. So for those of you who watch our hotel reviews regularly, you'll know it is time for the Topher review, where we rate hotels on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. Today we have a new Topher joining us. This is the Topher that we got from the Natural History Museum today. Princess, how many Tophers is this hotel going to get?
3.5.
3.5 Tophers. All right, so now let's talk about the pros and the cons of why this hotel got 3.5 Tophers. All right, so to tell you about the pros and cons, I decided to come out here in Paddington Station because, well, this background's a little bit more interesting than that in the hotel room. So first, let's start with the pros of this hotel. After the cons, then I'll share with you, was it worth it to do that? I'm going to tell you how much we spent on this hotel, which I will, and answer the question of will we stay here again. All right, so the first pro, the location is absolutely fantastic, particularly if you're coming and going from London Heathrow Airport. Being right at Paddington Station, you can get in on the train from Heathrow in short 15 minutes, walk from the train into the hotel without even going outside. That is fantastic. And you can do the same on the return, or the same like us if you're going to Bath or someplace else that you also take the train out of Paddington. The other pro is the rooms can be very large. Doesn't mean they're all large, but you can book larger rooms, which in London, many hotels are really small, and you actually often can't get rooms that have space for 3 people in many London hotels. The other pro is it does have all of the amenities you would come to expect from a good Hilton. I really enjoyed the breakfast in the executive lounge in the morning. Yes, to get in there, you do have to be a Hilton Diamond member or book a rate that gets you in there, but the breakfast was really solid. I also enjoyed being able to go in there for the evening hors d'oeuvres, just get some coffee or tea whenever you want to. Our curious princess, she really enjoyed the hot chocolate from the lounge. I also appreciate that the windows can open, so if you want to get some fresh air in the room, no problem, just go ahead and open the window. I also enjoyed the size of the room and the size of the bathroom. The bathroom was really big, and the curious princess enjoyed taking a bath in that big soaking tub the 2 nights we were here. And I should also give a pro to the Hilton staff for giving us early check-in at 2 o'clock, even though that's before 4. It was nice to check into a room early and not be told we needed to pay something like £50 to get into it early, which many London hotels will do. And the final pro, another one on the location, but not just that it's by the train station, but that there's a lot of convenient stuff here. There's 2 supermarkets in the train station, there's lots of place to eat, there's lots of place to eat outside the train station, and stuff that you'll find that's of the inexpensive variety. If you're staying at some of London's fancier hotels, or even some of the other ones that I like the Marriott County Hall, you're pretty much away from anything to eat or grocery stores, so it's nice that pretty much everything is just at your fingertips out the hotel's doorstep. All right, so now let's talk about the cons. Why did this hotel get 3.5 Tophers, and why didn't it get 5 Tophers? Well, the first con is that while hotel rooms are large, they're not particularly well maintained. We found like wallpaper was peeling, there were chips in some of the wallpaper on the wall. In some of the common areas of the hotel, there's like holes in the wall for no apparent reason. Sometimes the elevators, the doors wouldn't open and close. They'd have to open and close like 5 times before they actually worked. And we did have some issues with the air conditioning in our room. Our room was a comfortable 20.7 degrees Celsius all the time. It didn't seem like if we increased or decreased the temperature that it really did much of anything. But that didn't stop us from sleeping well. We did sleep very well in the room, and we did find the room to be really quiet, even though we're next to a noisy train station, next to a noisy road. Our interior-facing room, we didn't hear a peep from anything outside the room overnight. Now, the other con is that while the hotel is nice and it seems like it was grand, maybe this maintenance stuff, it's not particularly grand anymore. I also feel like there's a place in the room for a fridge, but there was no fridge. Like, at one point they decided there's some refrigerators in the room, and at some point they decided to remove them, so that's pretty weak if you ask me. And the final con is definitely the price. This hotel is expensive. We paid about $500 per night for our room when we stayed here in October of 2024. Now, this was not the cheapest room in the hotel. We definitely could have gotten cheaper rooms. That's the rate for this family superior room. I guess there's a pro that you can also book some rooms here on Hilton points if you have a lot of Hilton points, though our room was not one of good value. The family superior room would have been like over 100,000 Hilton points per night because it was considered a premium room. But to answer the question of would we stay here again, we absolutely would. We really enjoyed our stay here. We really enjoyed the location. We really enjoyed the concierge lounge. It's not a place that I'm gonna hanker to come back for. I'm not gonna pine for this hotel and be like, I wish I could come back to it because the room was so nice, or the hotel was so grand, or the staff was so amazing. Those things were all just fine and functional and what you need in a hotel. So the question of whether you should stay here or not really depends on whether the location is good for you. Are you coming and going from London Heathrow? Are you taking a train out of Paddington Station? Then this is a great place to stay, particularly if you need large rooms. Now, some other hotels you might be interested in looking at, another cool one by a train station in London is the Renaissance St. Pancras Hotel. Some of my other favorites, the Marriott County Hall and the Marriott Park Lane. You'll find links to those on the screen, also in the description below. And if you are coming to London, you'll definitely want to check out my London travel tips video right here. As usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in one of these videos.